we are going to have our introduction. And I will start with the MK team, followed by Chigozie. Chigozie, when you finish, you can choose any from your team or any of your guests to also introduce themselves in that turn. After that, I'll share the purpose for this meeting, and I will give us an overview of Muna Kalati and then our services. It will be followed by a presentation of the MK app and video demo by Adepa. We'll take Q&As. We'll have some comments from everyone here, and then we will say bye-bye to us ourselves. So let me start by introducing myself. A quick one. I'm Squasha Kwanza, and I'm the Research and Partnership Officer for Muna Kalati. I'm based in Ghana, but currently I'm in Manchester for a project. So yes. So over to you, Adepa, and then Eno will follow, followed by Harris, Jane. I think the list is too long, but probably I should just give a quick overview. So I'll just do that, and then I'll hand over to Chigozie. Adepa is the project lead for Muna Kalati App. We have Eno here, who is our marketing and then communication officer. We have Jane here in the language service, and then we have Harris. Harris is the webmaster for both Kabod and Muna Kalati. I see Prince also here. Yes, so these are the team that we have from Muna Kalati. Now, I would hand over the baton to you, Chigozie, to introduce yourself and then your team. You can let them do the introduction. And what we will do at the end is that I would request for a short bio from all the participants from your team, so that as an organization that believes in giving visibility to African authors and publishers, would help you with that on our platforms. So over to you, Chigozie.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chigozie Mbadugha. I'm a children's book author. I'm also a director in Kamba Books, a book publishing firm. And I had a session with Muna Kalati some weeks ago. And the possibilities are, quite exciting. And so I said, I can't share this with myself alone. So I got as many people as I could reach to join, and I think a few more people will also join. So there are people here that are in groups with me. There are many. My literary coach is here, so it's a lovely opportunity. I think I can call on Madam Elsie. Are you able to talk at this time? Or do we go with the book? Okay, awesome. So I'll let my literary coach, Madam Elsie, have a go, and then anybody else can introduce thereafter. Cheers.
Hello, everyone. So exciting to be here. I only heard about this, I think an hour ago or less. But if Chigozie talks about something, I take it seriously. My name is Elsie Dennis Oghenekaro. I write as Elsie O. Dennis. I'm an author, a literary consultant, and a publisher. I've been in the writing space for some years, but I'm always looking for opportunities to connect and to grow my network. And I'm quite curious to know what this is all about. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Chigozie, is there any other person who would also want to do that?
I think anyone can have a go at this stage, please, so that it just flows. I think if you want to have a go, just unmute and do a brief intro so we can get into the meat of the matter.
Yeah. Okay, Yomi, I see Yomi. Yomi, you can tell us something about you.
Yeah, please, can you confirm you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Yomi Akinfesoye. I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm an author and a writer, and I have two major publications in terms of books and some other technical publications. I study chemical engineering, that's my background, and I practice as engineer, but at the same time, I also write. I'm looking forward to know what Muna Kalati App is all about and to see how I can make use of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll take the last one from Izehi because I've already requested for the bios of every participant here. That makes it easy for us also. I'll take the last one from Izehi and then we kickstart with the session.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Izehi Anuge, and I am an author. I have written, I think, 4 children's books, and I am here just to listen in because Chigozie shares this link, and I was really intrigued, and I wanted to hear more about the conversation and to know more about your organization. So pretty much that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow, I can see a lot of us are excited about what Muna Kalati has to offer us. So that's the more reason why we've gathered here to take you through the Muna Kalati app, what we've developed, and the opportunities that are available for publishers and authors. At this point, I will invite Eno to take us through um, just to give us an overview of Muna Kalati services and possibly share the vision of Muna Kalati app, and then Adepa will continue with the presentation. Thank you.
All right, Scotia, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for making time to join this session. So as Scotia mentioned, my name is Ino Fatima. I'm the Communication and Marketing Officer at Muna Kalati. Since 2017, Muna Kalati has been since 2017, Muna Kalati has been a literary organization championing African children's literature. We are dedicated to advancing children's literacy in Africa through the promotion of African stories and development of educational content. We've been using research, advocacy to increase access to children's books, African children's books in particular, and supporting the visibility of African authors, illustrators, and publishers. Our services include curating African children's literature, providing training and networking opportunities for book professionals, and offering platforms for publishers to share and monetize their content. For our flagship product, which is the Muna Kalati app, we are focusing on educational content, offering ebooks, audiobooks, and animated resources for children aged 4 to 12. We'd also have language learning features for African languages such as Yoruba, Swahili, Twi, etc. And this app will also promote literacy, while preserving our African cultural heritage. It will also provide or serve as a marketplace for publishers to distribute and sell their books, also contributing to advancing African children's education. So in brief, that is what we do, and that is the product we're currently developing, which we'll be talking about today. Yeah. Hello, Scotia, can you hear me? Was I audible?
You were
Yes, you're
audible.
audible.
Okay, all right. Let me see. Scotia, I think you can take it from here. Hello, Scotia.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I'm done. So you can take it from here.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Eno. At this point, I would ask the house that if anyone has a question in the course of the presentation, you can note it down. There are going to be 2 different screens that will be shared, and you can just note your questions so that after the 2 presentations by just a single presenter would address all the concerns. So over to you, Adepa. Hello? Hello, Adepa.
Hello, good evening to everyone.
Good
Hope I'm
evening.
audible.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
thank
are.
you. Thank you for the opportunity. It's great to have all of you here. And as my colleagues have already said, Muna Kalati is the exclusive network dedicated to children's literature in Africa. And we've had over 7 years of experience in the industry, and we've realized that there is a critical problem existing in the market or existing in the industry. That is, African children have faced this foundational literacy challenge. Studies show that 9 out of 10 African children cannot read with comprehension by the age of 10, right? And the reason being that most of them don't have access to culturally relevant content that addresses their literacy needs. So we've come up with a solution that is a digital solution that seeks to build a marketplace for African stories told by Africans like yourself and having the African child in mind. So briefly, I'm going to show you the platform, and you share your ideas as well, because we have you in mind as well. We don't have just a mobile app, we have a dedicated portal for publishers, right? For you to upload, create your work, distribute your work, and monetize, right? And this platform is highly secure because we know that most of the time, the challenge that you publishers or authors face has to do with security or a platform that you can securely distribute your works, make returns from that. So please give me a minute, then I'll share my screen, and we'll have a look at the platform. Thank you. Can you confirm if you can see my screen, right? Sure, I've done this thing.
Yes, we can.
Okay, amazing. Let me move straight to the sign-in. So I'll show you the publisher's portal, right? Then after showing you the publisher's portal, I'll show you the mobile app where the children will have access to and the parents will have access to. So this is the Muna Kalati publisher's portal. And this is a sign-in. So what you do is, let's say Chigozie is the one signing up. You enter your name here, and you also put in here your email address. Right after that, you give us a link that directs us to some of the works that you've done. Okay. Then you create a password. So after creating a password, you agree to the terms and the agreements that we have. Then you sign up. And the fascinating thing is that you can also sign up with your Google account or your Facebook account. Okay. And let's say if you already have an account, you just enter your email, then your password, then you sign in as well. Okay. And here's, let me show you the dashboard. So this is the dashboard. This is your screen where you create a profile as a publisher. All right. So here you put in your name, write a little bit about yourself, then your personal details as well. Okay, your phone number, where you are, your professional details. Okay, and mind you, what we have here is not static. We are an agile team, and then we are ready to welcome any changes that you think would be best for publishers to work with. So we have the the professional details over here. We have the payment details over here. Since you'll be earning commissions from the platform, you make known your details over here, whether it's mobile money or it's a bank transfer, whatever that you are using to receive funds, you put those details here. And we'll be working with you based on contracts. So your contract details will also be available over here. And if you want to renew your contract with us, you can also do so. All right. Then here is where you start creating or uploading your work. Let me start with the ebook. Great. So this is the ebook. Here, what we are trying to do is, you see, we don't want you to just write your work or come up with your work on a different platform, then come and just upload it here. We also want to give you the opportunity to work right on the platform. So you can write your stories on this platform, right? You can write your stories on this platform in chapters or whatever you want to do it, then you post it in there. And also you can upload your work as a PDF, okay, a PDF file, then you convert it into text on our platform, and the children will see it over there. You add a cover image, the number of pages, your name, the title, a little about the book. Then you choose to either make it a free book or you want to base it on a subscription. For a one-time purchase, we are still considering it. So it's not something that we've cemented on yet, right? So for now, what we are running is the free and then the subscription model. Okay. Then we have same for animation. And we believe that what is really going to move, children don't really like tests or reading like that. They normally enjoy watching things that are engaging. So I'm encouraging that most of you here could also start thinking of how you could convert some of your books into stories in video form and audio form as well, right? So here you upload your work, then we also push it to the mobile app for the children to have a view at. Then we have so that's ebook, and so this is a preview how it will look on the platform. This is a preview, and this is the animation preview as well. Okay, and so you can see how it will look on the platform on the mobile app. And we also have a dashboard for you. So this is just one page or one screen for you to have an overview of how you are progressing on the platform. So you have the content sold, the total views, and the total uploads, and the total earnings as well. All right. So you can see all of that here. You could also see, you can also filter them, whether to see for the year or to see for the month, to see for the week. You can filter them right here. There's a filter button here. And here is where you see the payments details. How much have you withdrawn from your account? What's your available balance? What are the uncleared earnings that you also have? You could also see your transaction histories in the payment screen, right? On the payment screen, you could also see your transaction histories. Then you could also have a look at your reviews, because we know that most of you want to know what the people viewing your content think about them. So you have the opportunity to see what they think about your content, then you improve upon them or you provide more of them. So basically, it's a very simple portal. It's not so complex. It's a very simple portal for you to, it's very easily navigable. You can just go in there and then upload your work, just distribute the work, make some earnings from it, and it's that simple, I believe. So this is the publishers portal. That's what we've done so far, but it's still under review, because we are still listening to the market to know what will work best for you guys, right? What will work best for the authors and the publishers, and we are making iterations on that platform. So at this point, I don't know if Scotia will allow me to take some questions on the platform before I move to the mobile app. So this is for the publishers. Scotia, how do you want us to do it?
Okay. So I'll take some comments from here and then we go to the mobile app. I think that will make it easier. Yeah. So and then we'll continue. So if you have any question, please put your hand up, show by the hand raising icon, and then okay, it looks like everyone is clear. All right. Okay, Elsie's hand is up. So Elsie, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Two quick questions. One, how user-friendly is it? That's the first question. And then the second one, does it take illustrated books? I have illustrated books for children. Is it easy or possible to upload illustrated books that are not yet animated? Then, sorry, a third one quickly. Do you have an affiliate program? So for referrals and things like that for authors to earn money from people they refer? Those are my questions. Thank you.
All right, great.
Amazing.
Thank you, Elsie. Any other question? So we pick
Can I
the
address
questions
it
and
right on the spot?
but
But I think that would be better.
possibly. Okay, let me just add another question, and then we take them all at a go. Okay. So since yeah,
Yeah, Elsie. So I think I'll go straight
hello,
to
can you
answer your
hear
first
me?
question. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So I think the platform, as you saw it, it's very friendly, user friendly, and one of the things you should notice is that our team will be available to assist you, especially in your beginning times with the platform. So it's not that complex, right? And we have a guide. We have a guide to show you your way around on the platform. So I don't know if you saw something on the platform that makes you think it might not be that friendly. Can you point it out? Or you're asking about the mobile app,
Oh, no,
not the publisher.
It's a question I'm just asking. I'm not using my laptop. I'm on my phone. So I mean, what my view is limited, and I intend to actually check it out. But I just thought to put it out there. So I'm not querying what I've seen. I'm just asking. I'm not saying I saw anything. I'm just wondering. Yeah.
Okay. So Elsie wants to know if there is going to be very user friendly. Yes, Elsie is going to be very user friendly. So you don't have problem with navigating your way through the app or the website. Yeah.
Okay, then I think your second question was referral programs, right?
So she wanted to know about how she can upload her illustrated books, and then the third one is how affiliate programs can help authors or publishers earn extra income.
Great. So we do accept them. To be honest, they are some of the best things we're looking out for, right? Some of the optimum documents we're looking out for are illustrated content. So we do accept them. Then the referral program, honestly speaking, we didn't even think of that. We thought of it for the children. I mean, the mobile app, right? For the mobile app, that is users of the mobile app referring other people to use it. But we didn't think of that of publishers. So as you've mentioned, we are going to take notice of that and work on it. I think it is a good idea. It's actually a good idea for another extra income for the publishers. Yeah. Thank you. Is that clear enough?
Yes, it is. It's clear. Thank you. Can go ahead.
Okay. So Elsie, I hope that answers all your questions, right?
Yes, it does. I'm fine now.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you. So you can put your hand down for me. Thank you. I see Mr. Lift. Mr. Lift, please unmute yourself and then ask your question.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I can.
My question is similar to one that's answered, just for a bit of clarification. I have a book for children that has to do with it's like a puzzle book actually for children, and I'm wondering, the platform, does it support the possibility of children when they come in there for them to be able to answer those questions on the platform?
Okay, Mr. Lift, that is well noted. I'll take Dr. Nwaogu Mary. Hey, Mary, Doc, nice to meet you here once again. Doc, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Hello, Doc. Dr. Nwaogu. Okay, it looks like Doc is not ready, so I'll go to Anuli.
Mr. Yomi has a question in the chat box, and he says,
Okay.
what's the acceptable currency, transaction currency on the platform?
Okay. Okay. So, thank you very much. The acceptable currency. Yomi, I think that's the question you want to ask. Okay, so I see another word, and Anulik. I can't see the continuation of the name. So
I'll spare you, don't worry.
thank you very much.
Okay. I just wanted to ask if there is a legal department or a legal officer that could help you address any issues that may arise. So it's just something I wanted to suggest, to make sure that they have a legal officer that is backing you up in all that you are doing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that concern. Dr. Nwaogu, are you ready? Okay, so I'll call Christian to help us with the question of the accepted currency and possibly the legal officer to back this team. Hello, Christian.
Yes, please, Scotia, thank you for the opportunity. So yes, there is a legal officer who is responsible of managing any legal issue in the process. And concerning the currency that will be used, it will be adapted to various countries. We are using pay stack. So usually users, depending on the country where they are based, will see the price in the currency of that country. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And at the part, Mr. Lifts wanted to find out how, you support puzzle works in different formats like puzzle, how we are going to be able to navigate that. So Adepa. So
Great,
work in the
thank you.
format of
Okay, great. So I think for this question, you would be satisfied when I show you the screen that has the quiz, right, and interactivity on the platform. But we do support that. So surely I'll show you that when I'm doing the presentation on that.
All right, thank you. Yomi, I still see your hand up. Do you still want to add another question?
Oh yeah, so I was planning to ask two questions, so I decided to put them in the chat. Okay, so the second question is actually, it has to do, I don't know if you're going to allow publishers to upload their work directly on the platform, and if that's the case, do you have any measures in place to review what they're uploading before it goes public, so that children don't get access to inappropriate publications or things they shouldn't be seen? Is there a way you review what is being uploaded before it goes public?
All right, thank you, Mr. Yomi. Adipa, address this one and then.
Okay. You know, one of the things that intrigues me is that it looks like the publishers do think the way we were thinking when we were creating the whole product, right? And that excites me. I'm very happy about that. It means we are building the right product for the right market. So we do have a management portal, right, where we review the contents that are going to be uploaded. You get it? On our platform, let me quickly show you one of the. Okay. So just to run you through some of the benefits of the mobile app, right? Let me do that quickly. Kindly confirm if you can see the screen.
Yes, we can.
Great. So these are some key benefits of the mobile app, right? So one of the things that are not negotiable to us is the security of the children and you, the publishers, right? So we actually review every content that is going on the mobile app, and we have a team that reviews them, looking at the COPA. I don't know how many of you know of the COPA compliance policies, right? The Children Online Protection, Privacy Rights and Agreements. So we review them in accordance to all of these things, and we make sure that whatever the children are looking at falls in line with these security measures. It's not just anything that we pushed onto the platform, because children can be very interested, and parents are very concerned about security. So I'll show you one of the security features as well. That is a parental control, which allows parents to regulate access to content on the platform and even screen time, right? How long you can spend on the platform as well. So that is one of the benefits. Then we also have AI integration. That is part of our future works. So an adaptive learning model where we study how the child is interacting on the platform, how he or she is learning on the platform. Then we recommend certain books, right, to them. We recommend certain things to them that, okay, looking at the trajectory of your learning, you could make use of these contents and all. Another thing is the offline and then low data consumption. I know most of you are also thinking, I know it's a question in some of your minds, that what of those rural areas where there's low connectivity, data issues and all of that? We've covered that, right? So there is the offline functionality and then low data consumption. And we are looking at partnering with telecom bodies to move the content to, they give us the opportunity to run the whole platform on a very limited data consumption model. All right, so that's also part of our plan, zero rating the platform. Then another thing has to do with I think I've talked about the premium and the flexible subscription models, where people can subscribe weekly, monthly, or even annual subscriptions with loyalty programs. So children will be able to accumulate points as they are interacting with your content. They are actually accumulating points, right? And these points can be used to access some special features on the platform. All right. Then we also have the feature for, I don't even want to, you not seeing the features I'm talking about might not be so nice. So let me just demonstrate the app. I hope that will work. Let me just show you the app itself, and I hope that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So just a minute.
Okay, so whilst at the part you are looking for that, Dr.
I have you here.
All right.
Great.
So, Doc, I'll address the question very soon. All right, Adepa,
okay.
Let's go.
So this is the mobile app, right? This is the mobile app, and I hope it's visible enough. Do I zoom in?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. So this is the welcoming screens. When you download the app for the first time, these are the screens that the parents or the ward or whoever is going to use the platform will see. You have these screens. Then you can choose to skip them though. Then another welcoming screen. So right after the welcoming screen, you land on the login screen or the sign up screen. So here is a screen for you to log in if you already have an account. You enter your email, you enter your password, then you log in. But also, just as you can do on the publisher's platform, you can also do it here. You can log in with your Google account or your Facebook account. All right. Then, in case you forget your password, which we are hoping most of them don't, you can reset it here using your email. And another thing has to do with signing up. You enter, so this is where you sign up, right? The parents can sign up on the platform. You enter your name. So here you don't enter the name of the child. Here is the registration for the person, the guardian or the parent who is going to sign up profiles for the child. So you enter your name, your email, phone number is optional, right? Then you enter your password, then you sign in. So right after signing in, you face this new screen that is requiring you to enter a 4-digit PIN for security control. So this is the PIN that you'll be using to set the screen time limits for the child, right? Maybe you want the child to be using the platform for maybe 10 hours a week, right? Or twice a week, however you want to do it. It gives you the opportunity to do that. So you create your 4-digit password. After creating and confirming the passcode, now you've been able to sign up, right? And now you get to the screen where you can add a profile for a child. So in the basic subscription mode, or in the basic format, you can create up to 4 profiles for a household. So a parent can create up to 4 profiles for a household of maybe 4 children. But if you subscribe to the premium, you can create up to 8 profiles for a household, right? And when you create a profile for a child, so this is how you create a profile for a child. You enter the name of a child, preferably their local name, right? So maybe Kwame or Chigozie. Then you put in here their birth date. So you put in here their birth date. The reason why we are putting the birth date feature here is because we intend to. So we intend on sending birthday wishes to them when it's their birthday, right? So when it's Chigozie's birthday, we send you a happy birthday with a very short message from us, right? Then you also select the categories that you would want your ward to be having access to often. So either it's fables and moral stories, is it faith stories, historical accounts, whatever you want them to see, select those ones here. You can select multiples here. Then right after that, you can choose your child's reading buddy. So we intend to have a reading buddy for the child that is like a guide on the platform or the mobile app for the child, guiding the child through it. So these are avatars, and as we mentioned, the platform is Afrocentric. I think the only thing that does not make it African is the English language. So these things that are here, the images that are here, all represent African culture, right? So you select any of them for your ward, or they can choose it themselves. And the interesting part is that we have some key avatars that represent or show the faces of key African personalities like Kwame Nkrumah, right? Nelson Mandela, myself, and other people on this call, right? So those are premium faces that when you're able to accumulate some points, you can actually have access to those avatars. So right after creating a profile, you enter your passcode to create the profile. Then the next thing is, if you already have existing profiles, you can also choose that profile to access that account. So this is the home page. Okay, this is the home page. Let me try zooming in a bit. So this is the home page of a child, Adra Kumsin, right? So what Adra Kumsin is seeing here is a search bar to search for content either by name or title of the content, name of the author. You can search for that in the search bar. If you can see the top right corner, we have 2 symbols or icons there. One is for notifications, where you'll be receiving notifications on the platform, whether there is a new update or there's a new content. Whatever notification that will come on the platform will be shown in that screen. Then we have the streaks version as well, where when a child visits the platform for a specific period of time, it records as a streak. You know, sometimes children would want to be a bit competitive. So they want to keep their streak going and all. And the goal is just to keep them consistent on the platform. Because mind you, the bigger picture is to solve the foundational literacy challenge that most of them have. So the more they visit the platform and interact with your content, the more they are able to take in more information, and then we are achieving our goal in the long term. So this is the screen. In the home page, you can see the three main categories that we have here. The animated, structurally put first. Then we have the audiobooks. Then we have the ebooks, right? Then when you come here, so you can see that there's a yellow button here. We've selected for the animated content category, right? So here you just get to see only animated content. Only animated content. The content are dummy data, so yeah, we don't have any of them currently. And we also have for the audiobooks, you get to see all audiobooks. Get to see all the audiobooks. You see African culture audiobooks, animal adventures in audiobooks, and all of that. We have for the ebooks as well, right? And so this is a preview of animated content. You get to see the title of the content, the author, the rating of that content, then what category does it fall into, or what genre does it fall into? Is it African culture? Then you remember the description that I showed you in the publisher's portal. Here's where it appears, right? So we pull that data from that side and then we show it to them here. Then they can go ahead to play, and then, yeah, they are very short. We prefer them to be short, right? That's more engaging. And this is a preview screen for an audiobook. So audiobook, you can even add to favorites right on this screen, and you can forward it. You can also skip it to the next chapter because they come in chapters. So these are the chapters, they come in chapters, and you can loop a particular audio. So maybe you want a child to intentionally listen to a particular chapter, you can loop it for them to listen to it over and over again. And this is for the previewing of the ebook. You see the title of the book, the name of the author, then a thumbnail, right? So we have a cover picture. So the person who asked the question about illustrations, I'll get there shortly. Then we have a description of the book as well. You can start reading. All right. Then this is how it looks when you're reading. See, our target market is, we are looking at children within the ages of 2 and 15 years. So we know some of them would like to read in this format, right? And we are also thinking of accessibility issues. You know, we have some children who have visibility impairment. So if you can see the 3 buttons here, one like AA, then a sound button, and the moon, right? So the AA is for the font size regulation, where you can either increase font size or decrease it. Then the next one is for the sound, text to speech. So in case you want to have a read along, when you put on this one, it starts reading for you, right? The AI starts reading for you. And these AI voices are African voices. And it's not always going to be AI voice. We are going to have some of you even collaborate with us to actually record the voices, right? So that we play it to them to be as real as possible. Then one other benefit of this feature is that, you know, we have some children or some parents who would want their children to learn how to pronounce some words. So when you are listening to how the voice or the AI is pronouncing the words, then you are pronouncing alongside it. Then you are learning how to pronounce some words. Then the last one has to do with the theme. You can change the theme from this to a blue color, because when we did our research, we realized that a blue color is more welcoming on the eyes of children and more healthy than having a dark theme for them. So it's rather blue. As you mentioned, we are designing the products with African child in mind. Right. So the next thing is you can continue reading, you can pause and continue reading, and you can see your progress, right, while you are reading. Then here's one of the things that is very key, a little bio about the author or the publisher, right, and some books by the author, because someone would interact with a particular book and they would want to interact with more of that content from the same author. So when you click on the name of the author, it leads you to this screen, then you can see some of the books by the same author. Okay, great. So to the question, do we allow for interactivity or quiz times? I think someone asked that question, right?
Yeah, puzzles.
Yeah.
So
Great, puzzles and all. So this is the screen for a quiz time. I keep reiterating that we want to solve a problem. The problem is the foundational literacy challenge that close to 400 million African children face. So if they read the books and they are not able to gain understanding from it, we are not really achieving our goal. And how can we test that? We need to introduce these quizzes, right? So very short quizzes, very concise ones. Then you'll be able to answer these questions. Let me just, one thing you need to know is that we've changed this screen, right? I'm trying to load that for you. It is not an orange background. It's rather a white one, because upon research again, we realized that orange is not that welcoming or that soft on your eye. So let me see if I can show you that screen. Okay. Okay. You can see it now. So this is how it looks now. Okay, instead of it being orange, because orange is not healthy on your eyes. So this is how the quizzes will look like. And when they get it wrong, we actually show them their answer, right? We're not trying to put them in a box. Okay. So this is also another preview for the ebook, right? So the one who mentioned illustrations, here is where you come in handy. So you see that there is a picture, there's a text, there's a picture, there's a text, because I know most of the time children, especially in the ages of 2, 5, or 6, like to have access to content like this, not really the just straightforward text only, right? But this is more helpful to them. Yeah, so this is for the ebook. And let me move to the screen. Okay. Yeah. So when you are done with a quiz, you earn points. Then the more points you earn, I would even want to take your ideas on what you think we can do with these points, right? What are some of the things we can do with these points? How do they redeem it? What do you think if they redeem it for? It will drive more customers or more clients on the platform, or more users on the platform. So I'll be waiting for you to share your ideas on these ones. This is the favorite screen, where when you favorite a content or you favorite a book, it comes in here. Okay. And here's a setting where you can change your profile, you can change your name, you can change your avatar as well. There is a progress report for parents to see how their children are doing on the platform. What are some of the quizzes they've completed? What is the streak they're currently having? What are the points they've accumulated? And as I mentioned earlier on, this is a screen for notifications, right? So you get to see all the notifications and you can delete them as well from here. So yeah, quizzes passed, points earned, number of books finished, your reading streak. All of these analytics can be seen by the parent or the guardian here. All right, this is the screen for the settings, where you can change the language, the notifications, whether you turn on the notification or turn it off. Then there is a sound, there's a background sound that is going to engage the children on the mobile app. Then the usage time, as I mentioned earlier on, you can also set that one in here. Okay, so notifications here, sound and music here, and the usage time here. Okay, either daily limits or weekly limits. Okay, then the facts, you put the facts in here. So some few questions that you want to know. There's a guide through for the mobile app. There's a subscription screen. This is not the figure that we've agreed on. Yeah, we are still working on a number of them. Right? We are considering a lot of things as because we want to make it as accessible to a lot of people as possible, right? So we show the clear difference between the basic plan and the premium subscription plan. So yeah, that's the mobile app. That's where we've gotten to now. At this point, I'll take some questions and some ideas and recommendations as well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Adepa, for that one. Anulika, your hand has been up before the presentation.
Yeah,
I'll give you the floor to ask your question.
thank you. I have 2 questions. Is there a minimum number of words? That's for publishers. Is there a minimum number of words or a maximum number of words per book? And the second question, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, let me just use maybe Netflix to try to describe it. So you have one account and then you can use it on multiple systems. So my question now is, like, a parent that has maybe 4 children, can the 4 children be using the account at the same time? Because I'm assuming the parents will have one account with the 4 children subscribing. So can the 4 children on different devices be logging into that same account at the same time? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me take another one from Elsie, and then Adebiyi will address them. Yes, Elsie.
Okay, first off, I want to thank you very, very much. This is a fantastic initiative. So to go to my questions quickly. Okay, the first I want to answer I want to respond to the call you made that what should be done with the points. So I wrote down here, number 1, buy books with the points. Like, you have maybe, like, you monetize the points somehow, you buy books on the app. And then the second thing I wrote here is read books for free. So those are the 2 things. Then my number 3 thing is not as much a question as a suggestion, that is it possible to have a library feature, okay, where some children who cannot afford to, or maybe when they've gotten up to a certain level where they can read for free. Because you say this platform is to encourage literacy in Africa. I run a children's library service, a free children's library service, and this kind of thing, in fact, I can't even express how excited I am to be hearing this. So if there could be maybe a library feature where some authors would donate, in quote, upload certain books, and they say, okay, these ones, I don't want to be paid for these ones. It can be made open for children to read, maybe children who cannot afford books, or children in inner city areas or underserved areas. That's that kind of thing. And then, sorry, finally, what is the finally I wrote down here? Sorry, just give me a minute. I'm trying to see. Okay, maybe I'll come back to the finally. I can't see what I wrote. So let somebody else go, and I'll come back to it.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you for that feedback. Scotia, do I go ahead to, or you take more?
Okay, sorry, I've seen what I was trying to write. Now, on what operating system is this designed to run? Is it iOS or Android? That's what I wanted to know.
Right. Okay, Adepa address the questions on the floor. And Doctor asked the question earlier on. I think you can add. She was asking what's the financial implication. I think she wants to find out how much parents are willing to pay, or how much are parents going to be paying for the services or for the books. So you can add that and address them. So Adepa, let's listen to you.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity once again. So let me take it from the last part, one question, the operating system that we are running on, right? So we are running on both Android and iOS, all right? And we are doing our possible best to make it available on a lot of these app stores like App Gallery, right? Because the goal is to get this content easily accessible to their children. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, so the goal is to get, okay, all right. The goal is to get to as many children as possible. So we are doing our best to just post them on other app stores. So it's possible. We are doing that. We are doing that. iOS and then Android. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is I think I'll address the question on the possibility of having a library feature for publishers to upload their books or their works for children in underserved areas or people who cannot afford, right? So one interesting thing is that MK, we are also doing our best to come up with content ourselves that are going to be free on the mobile app. And if you took notice of the features that I showed on the publisher's portal, when you are submitting or you're uploading a book, you can choose either to make it free or to base it on subscription. So that feature has already been made available. All right, so you can choose to make it free. This is a book, I want to make it free. So you can just take an account for these people, or these people want to give their books for free, and they'll just be uploading their books for free, right? All they need to do is just click that button, that free, and it's free. Yeah. The next question has to do with count. Let me see, excuse me.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
you
number
were
of
asking if,
accounts
yeah,
and
the
the
number of
device.
accounts. Okay. All right, thank you. So can one account be on different devices? Let's say if I'm a parent and I've signed up on Muna Kalati App and I have about 4 profiles for my children, can they log in on other devices to access this content? Definitely, definitely. So we are doing the cross-device syncing, right? That functionality is possible, is there. So they can log on other devices and also access their profiles over there. So that is possible. Okay, that is also possible. And the minimum words for ebooks, well, honestly, we've not thought of that, but we don't want, maybe we could share an idea, right? Maybe there's a standard out there based on your research that it's better for children's book to be within this limit. But honestly speaking, it's not something that I've looked in-depthly into, right? So, but it should be brief. I think when it is brief or when it's concise, the better. What do you think?
Okay.
Are you asking me?
Yes. Yes, I'm
Okay.
asking if maybe you know of anything like that.
Yeah. No, typically for the age limits and for the age groups of the different age groups of children, there are usually the advisable maximum number of words mostly for each age grade. Yeah, so that's something that you may have to consider so that you don't have books, a book for children of 3-4 years having 10,000 words or that kind of thing. But just to provide a framework so people know what is allowed and what is not.
All right. I think
Okay.
that point
Can I,
is well
can
noted.
I come
Thank you
in?
very much.
Can I come in briefly? This is Chigozie.
Yes.
Like she said, there are different categories for different ages. The picture book category, early readers, middle grade, young adults. Since we're dealing with 2 to 11, so there are word suggestions for the size of picture books. Some say 500, between 300 to 500 or 700 words. So it's something you can look at and then use those categories to determine. There should be no minimum, but it can be, a picture book can be 100 words and more of pictures. It can be 50 words, but I think what's important is the maximum. They can say all our picture books should be within a 500 word limit. Early readers for this age should be maybe 1,000 words or 1,500. So it's something you can sit down and consider. I did see that free option for publishers to say, okay, I'm submitting this book to be free, and that's really exciting for children in rural areas or in situations where they need to be able to read and they are not able to pay for a subscription plan. Another thing I'd like us to consider, so far we've been talking about parents signing them up and parents having one account for children. Can you consider a school feature where schools can actually register 600 children and give them Exactly. possibly a lower
subscription plan, an institutional subscription plan, and each class has, the classes have age limits. So that's where to capture a good number, where the school actually signs up for the Muna Kalati app, and they can actually sell the idea to parents as well. So as a school, they can, push for it, and then they can pass it on to parents. They can even have reading schools. Some schools have tablets, especially in urban areas. They can put the app on the tablets of their children. They can have maybe a lesson that used to be for play or for book club, and then it can be a Muna Kalati lesson during which everybody logs on the app in the classroom, and then they discuss the books. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I think, is there any question, any clarification?
I think I'd like to come in on the feature that Chigozie is making mention of.
The school feature.
Chigozie, I think right now you're one of my favorite people. Looks like we think alike. Yeah, it's a very it's a very laudable idea. Yeah, institutional licensing is a very laudable idea, and it will actually help the app to move faster, right? Because you reach a louder audience, so you capture a whole school or a whole class with this idea. Yeah, as I mentioned, we are an agile team and consistently iterating whilst we listen to the market. So we go back to the drawing board and look how best we can inculcate that feature, right, to make that work. So we'll be in touch to discuss further how to make it work. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. There's one other question. That's the cost, the financial implication of this whole project.
Okay. I'll call MD too.
Yeah, Christian can help with that.
Clarify again.
Yeah, so Doc wants to know the financial implication. I think she wants to find out how much parents are going to be asked to or required to pay for the usage of the app. Hello. Hello.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we can
you
hear
hear me?
you. Yes, we can
Okay,
hear you.
so I was saying that there are two ways. The first one is a model where the parents will just have access to the books that the children will have purchased, the books that the children will have purchased on the app. And the second model of payment is the subscription model. With the subscription model, the parent is able of paying 75, like $5 every month, and those $5 give him access to the entire catalog of books, of audio story, bedtime story, and even animated content that will be available on the app. Because as indicated, the app will not just be having books, the app will also have audio stories, the app will also have animated like cartoons for children, so with the subscription model, parents will have access to the entire catalog during a month or a year, depending on the bundle that they are choosing. And we are currently envisaging, we have initiated partnering with Digital Vigo. Digital Vigo will enable us to have access to telecom networks so that a parent can decide that, okay, I just want to have a weekly subscription bundle of, let's say, rather than 75 Ghana, rather than $5 per month, the weekly subscription can, with $1.25, have access to the entire catalog of books and content for 1 week, or maybe 3 days, so depending on what people would like, there will be various flexibilities. Now, with the subscription model, the publishers whose books will be consulted or watched or the content creators whose content will be used during that period of access, they will be paid on the duration that the user spent on their content on the platform. So there are analytics that will help us to get those data and do the calculation. And at the end of every month, every content creator or publisher will be paid on that basis. So that's basically how things are structured for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think someone dropped their question on the chat. Can you help us? And can you get the question for me, please?
Can the platform automatically convert a book to an audio book?
Okay.
So I think you
Yeah,
answered that one. And the second question is about financial implication. It's not only for the readers, but also authors and publishers.
Okay. The financial implication for publishers and authors. Okay. All right. And all right. So Adepa, quickly address these questions for us. And the automatic conversion of the books, is it possible?
Can you explain that a bit further? What do you mean by automatic conversion of the books?
Hello, can I come in?
Yes,
please.
yes.
I think what she's trying to ask, there are two things that can happen. It's either the book is actually converted to an audiobook, or you mentioned the text-to-speech feature. So she's asking if someone doesn't have an audiobook. I'm imagining that's what Dr. Nwaogu wants to know. Can this text-to-speech feature work for the ebooks, any ebook?
Yes, that will work. So if you submit an ebook that you've not converted into an audiobook, as long as it's an ebook and there is a feature for text to speech, when you press on that button, you're good to go. The AI will be able to actually read it out to the child. So there is that feature. Does that answer your question?
Okay.
Is there? I think I'm seeing question. There are some questions in the chat.
Yes, there's some.
Section.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Can you attend to those for me?
Okay.
Rebecca also has a hand up.
Yes. If Eno
So
can help me by reading the questions on the chat, it will really help me. Okay, Doc says her question has been answered. Madam Rebecca, ask your question. And Eno, please help me with the questions on the chat box.
Thank
Yes,
you,
Madam
Scott.
Rebecca. You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you for the wonderful presentation. So I realized that in the course of the presentation, Emmanuel mentioned the fact that these audiobooks are going to come in, African voices. Like they are going to be voices, not only AI voices, but African voices. I'm wondering, are they going to be adapted to the various accents of the various, regions we have? Because if they are going to come in an African voice, I'm sure there will be an accent. So if a Nigerian child is supposed to be reading a book, is the audio going to be in that accent, pertaining to that region?
Okay, Madam Rebecca, thank you for that question. Any other question? Any other question? Eno, please, have you been able to get the questions on the chat box?
Can I address Madam Rebecca's question now before we proceed?
Okay, Adepa.
Great. So, Madam Rebecca, thank you for that question. Right, it's true. They have to be able to relate to the voices they listen to. So before you, let's say the audiobook, right, there is a functionality for you to choose the narrator that you want to listen to. The language that the person will be speaking or the accents that you want to listen to. So if you select on that feature or you select that feature, you could take maybe Nigerian accent or how do you call it? Kenyan narrator, Ghanaian narrator, and all of that. So that is available.
All right. Any more question? Harris or Eno can help me with that. Yeah.
No, I'm not sure this question has been answered, but Dr. Mary is asking about the financial implications. She's saying it's not only for the readers, but also for authors and publishers. So she's asking if a publisher can earn from a free book on the platform, and is there a way that the speech feature will work if a book is published?
Okay. So is there a way for publishers to earn from the platform, Adepa?
The question again, is there a way for publishers to earn from the platform?
From a
Yes.
free book on the platform. Can a publisher earn from a free book on the platform?
From a free book? I don't think so, right? I don't think so, because if you made it free, then the intention is that you want to give it out for free. So I'm thinking of a model that would make you earn, but currently there is nothing like that. If it is free, I think it's free, right? Yeah. Of course, probably it's something we can think about. It's a conversation we can have, but as it stands now, that's not how it works. If it's free, then it's free.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's the last one. Hello. Hello, please
Yeah.
come again with the last one.
Is there a way the speech feature will work if a book is published?
Oh.
Did you get it? So she's asking is if there is a way the speech feature will work if a book is published.
The speech feature will work if the book is published. Adepa wants to find out if the speech feature will work if the book is published. I'm thinking if the book is an e-book, whether the speech would be published as well. I think that's the question.
If that is the question, then I think it has been answered, right? Because when you click on the button in there, then AI will read it for you, or whichever voice narrator you have.
Yes. And as well as the audiobooks will be audible, as well as the text will be provided as well. Same way the ebooks will have the functionalities where it can be read for the child as well. So the speech will definitely come out when published. All right. I think I'll take final word from Chigozie and any other person, and then from MD. Anyone with final word if there are no questions and further suggestions?
I just say thank you to Muna Kalati. This is an amazing initiative, and I'm still as excited as I was a few weeks ago when I first, attended this session. It has great potential, and I think it will be very, very welcome by both authors, publishers, and parents as well, and even schools. The ability to limit screen time is important. The ability to control access to content is superb. So well done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I have a question though.
There's someone with a question. Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Ooh, is that Adepa?
Yes, it's Adepa.
Okay.
So I'd like to know from the publishers here, right? Is this project, right, solving your problem, your core problem? Is it solving it?
That is interesting. And I would want us to continue with this engagement. Okay, I would love that we hear everyone shares his or her opinion on this question that Adepa is asking. And so we are going to provide a WhatsApp platform where everybody is going to have the opportunity to join. Once you're on this platform, you have the free access to join that platform. And the other thing is, as I said earlier on, we would need a bio of everyone who was able to attend this platform. Tell us something about you, your works that you've done, because we have the author spotlight that we do on weekly basis on our platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the other social media platforms. So let's continue with this interaction or this engagement by sharing your opinion on the question that Adepa has asked. Okay, so right after the session, you are going to create the link. I'll share it with Chigozie. She'll make it available to you, and you are free to join that platform. And when we get there, it will provide us with the opportunity to ask further questions as we think of them in the coming days. Okay. The other thing I want to also pass across to us is that there is the Nairobi International Conference that is coming on from 25th to 29th September. So you don't want to mix. We'll provide further details on that on the platform. All right. So let me take the final word from Christian, and then we are out of here. Hello.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so I want to thank you all for making time to attend this webinar. And again, as we have indicated, your feedback is really, really welcome. We look forward to listening more to any need, any request that you have. As the team has indicated, we are very agile and we are integrating all of this component in the development of the app. We really look forward to have this app becoming a hub where every African child will be glad to go there to read, to listen and watch, content that will build their confidence and identity. Thank you all for making time for this, and we look forward to engaging more via the WhatsApp group that will be used strictly for communication around this project. So thank you all, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
All right. It's been an insightful session, I must say. Thank you once again, and do have a great evening. It's bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to join the WhatsApp platform, okay? Yes, so let's continue the engagement. Bye.
Bye, Miss Kwanzaa.
Thank you, Doc. Dr. Mary Nwaogu, thank you for joining.
Scotia, how are you? Long time.
Yes, long time. I'm doing great. How about you too?
I see you in Brighton.
Yes, yeah. I've moved to Manchester now.
Oh, that's great.
But I will come home very soon. Okay. I've
Okay,
missed
that's
home.
nice. That's
I'll come.
nice.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
Herman. Yeah,
We can
bye-bye.
know.
My greetings to baby Herman.